Get ready for unique, rare, and little-known treasures from the golden age of radio. You're listening to The Amazing World of Radio with Adam Graham.
Welcome to The Amazing World of Radio from Boise, Idaho. This is your host, Adam Graham. If you have a comment, email it to me, box13@greatdetectives.net. Today we wrap up our series of Christmas specials with an episode of Guest Star. And we'll be hearing some music today. The original air date is December the 19th, 1948. And the first song is Orpheus Takes a Holiday.
The United States Savings Bonds Division presents Guest Star. How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? This is Jess Barker bringing you holiday greetings for Guest Star, a transcribed feature program presented for United States Savings Bonds by this station as a public service. This Christmas, give the present with the future. Give savings bonds, the world's finest, safest investment. We have a real treat for you in the guest who will be featured on this Christmas week broadcast, a man who ranks as one of the foremost vocalists of our time, Frank Sinatra. You'll enjoy his songs, as I know you'll enjoy the opening selection by David Rose and the Savings Bonds Orchestra, a special arrangement of Orpheus Takes a Holiday. Thank you, David Rose. And now, friends, the star of our show. He greets you with a song which, though comparatively young, is already a popular classic, the famous White Christmas. Here he is, Frank Sinatra.
Just like the ones we used to know, where the treetops glisten and kiddies listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear those sleigh bells in the snow. Of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be Wherever we may be along about this time of year, our hearts become sentimental pilgrims and head for home. Because home is where we all discovered that Christmas is one time of the year when we don't have to be wealthy to be rich. Some of us remember Christmas as the time when Dad gave us our first gold watch. Others remember it as the time when a charity organization delivered a Christmas basket to the doorstep before dawn so the neighbors wouldn't see and Mother wouldn't be embarrassed. But whether the hearth that cheered your family was a fireplace of marble or a kitchen stove of cast iron, You'll remember that your home was the richest place on earth, warmed by the richest spirit on earth, the spirit of Christmas. And that's why I've chosen this next song to sing as a Christmas song. It's not a carol, it's just a beautiful pathway of friendly and understanding music up which our hearts may travel as they make their Yuletide pilgrimage going home.
Father's waiting too. Lots of folks gather there, all the friends I knew.
One of the most precious gifts we have throughout the year is one we often forget, the precious gift of freedom. Freedom to work, to play, to worship as we please. Freedom to decide how we'll handle our own future, because we can make our future and that of our families a secure one through saving. We can buy savings bonds to take care of that new home or an education for our kids. No one says we have to buy them. We want to buy them, because they're not only an investment in our own future, they're an investment in the finest country in the world. So let me urge you sincerely as we look toward a new year to plan for making it a secure year through the regular purchase of United States savings bonds. So long, everybody, and Merry Christmas.
You've been listening to Guest Star, a transcribed program presented for savings bonds by this station as a public service. Our special thanks go to Frank Sinatra for making this Christmas program an outstanding success. David Rose conducted the Savings Bonds Orchestra. Join us again next week. There'll be more fine music and another star to take part in the show. Meanwhile, this is Jess Barker saying so long and reminding you that for safety and profit, there's nothing finer than a United States savings bond.
Welcome back. I didn't recognize the title of Orpheus Takes a Holiday, but I thought it was older, but it had actually been recorded by David Rose in 1947. Rose was an incredibly talented composer. The show California Melodies is well worth seeking out if you enjoyed the music you heard in this episode. So you probably already heard Rose's music. He worked on The Red Skelton Show. He also composed the theme to Little House on the Prairie, Highway to Heaven, and quite a few other classic television programs where he wrote the theme, he scored the music. Just an incredible talent. It was interesting to hear Frank Sinatra sing White Christmas. For folks living in the 21st century, I think it's safe to say that White Christmas is still considered a Crosby song. And many of us have never heard it not sung by Bing Crosby, though if you listen to enough old-time radio, you'll hear several people make attempts at it. Sinatra does a solid job, and it's interesting just to hear him sing it. As he said in his little introductory comments, Going Home is not a Christmas song. It was actually a song with an interesting history of its own. In 1893, Antonin Dvorak, the great Czech composer, and at the time the director of the National Conservatory of Music in America, released his Symphony No. 9, known as the New World Symphony. 29 years later, after Dvorak's death, one of his students, William Ames Fisher, took the theme from the Largo and turned it into the song Goin' Home, the song which Mr. Sinatra sung. Now, there has been some confusion about this. Some have even mistakenly classed this song as a Negro spiritual, which it was not, although both Mr. Dvorak and Mr. Fisher were influenced by the Negro spirituals. What Going Home became, as Mr. Sinatra said, was a song of longing for home. And that could be in the physical sense Mr. Sinatra talked about, or in a more spiritual way. Either way, I think it's a perfectly appropriate song, and it was a choice that definitely worked. Well, we turn to listener comments and feedback. Over on YouTube, Chris comments on the episode we played a few years back, A Korean Christmas Carol. He writes, I absolutely love this episode. I discovered it about 10 years ago, and it has become a Christmas listening tradition for me. It has a great vibe, and I think the payoff is brilliantly executed. You can feel the chill in the air when he gets out of the truck and scrunches through the snow over to the Quonset. Creepy and joyful all at once. Thank you. I've always enjoyed your podcast and comforting voice. Merry Christmas. Well, the same to you, Chris, and I'm glad you enjoyed the episode. And if you do want to listen to any past Christmas episode of The Amazing World of Radio, you can check them all out over at amazing.greatdetectives.net, and we have a playlist of them over on our YouTube channel. That will actually do it for now. We will be back with you in a little less than 2 months on February the 22nd to start our spring series. In the meantime, I want to wish all of our listeners a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we will see you in 2023. If you do have a comment, feel free to email it to me, box13@greatdetectives.net. But from Boise, Idaho, this is your host, Adam Graham, signing off.